things in our lives as we strive to do your work on earth for the people. We ask this in your name.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for being patient. Since we're running a little behind, we'll go ahead and get straight into it. We have Anthony here with us today from Dacdb. Anthony?
Hey everybody, how you doing today?
Good.
Good.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yep.
All right. I'm sorry, I feel disrespectful. I don't mean to not have my camera on. I just recently broke my leg over the weekend, and so I'm a little mess right now, and I just thought it'd be best if I kept my camera off to save you guys the trouble of seeing me in this state. But give me 1 second, I'm gonna share my screen and we are gonna talk about Ignite today. All right, can everybody see my screen all right? So Ignite is a great tool. Ignite was designed to get the other 80% of your club engaged in using our system. See, what you're going to find is only about 10 to 20% of any club is going to get on any vendor. We try to tackle that by creating Ignite and getting them to use the other 80% of our system. So this is Ignite. When you log in, it'll be the same credentials as you log into dacdb.com. I believe your team received temporary passwords and usernames in a spreadsheet. So ask your club leadership. If they don't have it, just get a hold of us. We'll be more than happy to help. Pretty sure you guys have Elizabeth's email. She's more than happy to reset a password or do whatever you guys need. But the best part about this too is after you log in the first time, you can also log in using the biometrics on your phone. So if you use a thumbprint or a Face ID for your phone login, you can use that to log in to Ignite 2, and that way you don't have to type in that pesky password every single time. After you log into Ignite, you're taken to this screen right here. This is the home screen. These are the main 8 buttons that the average everyday Rotarian needs to do. What we're going to do today is we're going to start down in the bottom left and we're going to work our way up to the top. And if you have any questions along the way, please jot them down. I know we're on a time crunch, so just jot them down. I'll try to get them at the end. And if I can't, worst case scenario, just email them over to our team and I'll answer them. It's there tomorrow when I get that email. Starting down in the bottom left is the pay button. This is the only button on the entire app that you will need a different paid module to utilize, only because we cannot connect to everybody's individual QuickBooks, Quicken accounts, or whatever they're using to manage club finances. If a club was using Dacdb Finance, this is an example of what they'll see there. As you can see, I owe my club $15. It's an invoice that my treasurer sent, and I can click pay right there to pay with a credit or debit card. And then I can also view up to 14 months of payment history that I've paid the club. Over to the right of the pay button is the foundation button. So the foundation button is great for me because I really have a hard time getting into the Rotary Foundation site. I have a hard time knowing where my giving is at and getting to that donation page. So we tried to streamline that process right here with Foundation. So whenever you click onto it, this is an example of what you'll see. As you can see up at the top, we have the Paul Harris Fellow pin that this person has earned so far throughout the org year. We have their foundation points so they know where they're at in their giving journey. And we also have a graph below that that shows you how close you are to your next Paul Harris Fellow. So great tool there to see where you're at and see how close you are to that next one. You can also see below that are the different achievements you can get throughout the org year. So as an example, every Rotarian every year is checked off here, and that will be checked off as you earn them. And then down at the bottom, that donate to TRF button, that actually takes you right to the donation page where you can donate to the different funds that Rotary has open at the moment. For example, the Polio Plus Fund, and I believe they have 4 or 5 others opened right now too. So you can click that and donate right to those different funds. Right above the foundation button is the Find Club Members tab. So tell me if this sounds familiar, guys. Do you receive the phone call at 8, 9, 10 at night, and the member always says, hey, Chris, what is Anthony's number? So first off, you've been sitting next to him for the past 5 years. How do you not have his number? And second off, you can't be calling me. It's the middle of the night. What we did was we tried to cut out that phone call by adding in a complete directory of your entire club right here on Ignite. So whenever you click Find Club Members right there, it's actually going to show you a directory of your club. And then you can either search up at the top of the search bar for someone in your club, or you can just scroll down till you find them. So if I go ahead and I search up Katie's name right there and click on her name or the little arrow next to her name, it's going to open up what we call Katie's digits card. So Katie's digits card is right here. This is an example of that. On Katie's digits card, you have a call me button, a text me button, and email me button right there on this digits card. So if you need to go ahead and give Katie a call to, ask her a question, whatever it may be, you can reach her this way. Katie is also a social butterfly, so she included her social media here as well. It's completely optional, but you can set that up in the settings, and that way your fellow Rotarians can reach you that way too. You have multiple numbers in Dacdb, it will differentiate between them. As you can see here, there's a mobile home office. That way you can call the right number you're trying to get a hold of. Right over to the left of Find Club Members is Service Selfies. So I want to ask you guys a question on this one. So by a show of hands, who here does service outside of Rotary? All right, see some hands going up. So when was the last time you were doing that service outside of Rotary and you wore your hat, your shirt, your pin, your cape, whatever you have with that Rotary logo, and you took a picture at the event? See, as Rotarians, we do so much service, whether it's within or outside of Rotary. One thing we're not always the best at is documenting that, taking a picture at the event so we can post it on our Facebook or our website, whatever it may be. That's what Service Selfies allows you to do. So if I click on the Service Selfies here, it's going to actually ask me if I want to take a photo or select a photo. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click Take Photo here. And it's going to open up our phone's camera. So we'll go ahead and take a picture at the event. And then it's just going to ask us some information about the event here. So we can title it, and we can actually click Club Members Pictured to mention any other members that may be in that picture. And whenever we click Send, it's going to automatically create an email that looks just like this or similar, going to your public image chair and or whoever you designate in Dacdb. So I'm actually my home club's public image chair, so this email is actually going to me. One trick of the trade that my club also started doing is we included our district public image chair as well. Because just like the clubs are starving for content to post, the district is too. So hopefully, if we can post it as a club, the district can post it, and hopefully the organization we're helping post it. Next thing you know, we have 300 reshares, a couple new posts, and hopefully some new members out of that too. So great way to get those posts right over to your website team, your Facebook team, whoever it may be. Right above the Service Selfies tab is the Messages tile. So the Messages tile is a great tool, and I want to start this off by saying one important thing here. Not everything has to be an email. And let's be honest, we're not always seeing those emails. I check my email all day, almost every day, and things still fall through the cracks. So if we could keep all our Rotary conversations in one place, it would really help us be a little more streamlined and a little more productive whenever we're trying to have conversations about our events. So what we did was we added in-app messaging system. Those messages come in as a push notification, similar to a Facebook Messenger or a WhatsApp. You'll get a little Ignite flame that'll say, Chris says hello, don't forget the meeting, whatever it may be. So whenever I click on the messages here, we're going to take a look at it. And as you can see, I have all the messages that I've sent previously, the chats that I have open up at the top. And then I have a new chat button down at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and click that new chat button, and it's going to open up two buttons below that. So if you are, everybody in the club will have that individual message. So everybody in your club can send a one-on-one message to someone that has the app. And then if you're in the club leadership, so if you're a level 4 in Dacdb, which is usually your president, president-elect, treasurer, those people, you can go ahead and send a broadcast to. So we'll try individual first. We're going to go ahead and click individual. And we're just going to select from the list of members that have the app who we want to message. We're also going to go ahead and we're going to click broadcast right here so we can take a look at how to send that broadcast. And we're just going to check off the members we want to send this to. And we're going to go ahead, select a few members. There is a select all button to select everybody that has the app. And then whenever we click send down at the bottom, after we select them, it's going to allow us to type up our message. So here we can say, hey, don't forget the meeting in an hour. See you soon. Bring those canned foods, whatever it may be. And whenever you click continue, it's going to go ahead and give you a big green check, letting you know that a broadcast has been sent. And now those members will get a push notification on their phone, and you'll be able to go ahead and they can respond to you. Those messages actually go in as a one-on-one message to that person. That way you don't get caught in the reply all that we all know and love. Over to the right of the messages tab is the calendar. So the calendar is completely integrated with the calendar on Dacdb.com. So whenever your team goes in and creates those events, whether it's a 3-day seminar or just a regular weekly club meeting, you can go ahead and click on the calendar right there, and you will see an example. This is an example of what you'll see here. So as you can see, the days that have the blue little dots indicate there are an event that day. There is one. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick on the 16th. I'm going to go ahead and click on that day so we can see what the event looks like. This is an example of the event. As you can see up at the top, there is the date and the time. You have the title for the event, the descriptions, so what you want people to know about the event. And then if your club leadership included it, there is also an area for an address too. If you click this button right next to the address, it will actually take you to your phone's native Maps app where you can be routed to that specific location. Below that information about the event, there are some things you can do within the event too. So you can go ahead and click RSVP right there to RSVP for the event, because if we put the sign-up sheet in the middle of the table, sometimes it may get lost, sometimes it may get coffee spilled on it. You never know what could happen. You can also log working hours right there. So if you want to log some hours that you work the event, you can upload a service selfie specifically for that event. And then my favorite function, you can actually add it to your phone's native calendar. So whenever you click yes right here, it's actually going to add it to that iOS or Android calendar. Because if you're like me, if it's not on that phone calendar, it's not getting done. The dog's not getting fed. So I go ahead and click yes there for all my Rotary events, so they're on my phone calendar as well. Right above the calendar is the My Service Hours tab. So My Service Hours tab is a great tool for tracking your service hours. So whenever your team goes in and puts in projects, you'll be able to upload the hours for the project. You'll select a project from the drop down. You'll select an area of focus, put in some notes, and then just that numeric amount of hours. And whenever you click done, it's going to go ahead and send those hours right into Dacdb, where your team can pull those reports. So great tool there. One of two things will happen. If you're using the engagement module, it'll go into engagement for that reporting. So of course you can pull the reports by the project, member, year, whatever it may be. And then if your team is not using engagement, it will go into the secretary's email. So either way, if they're tracking it on a spreadsheet, whatever it may be, they'll be able to get a hold of those hours, make a note of them, and hopefully at the end of the quarter, maybe you can post and say, hey, our club did 300, 400, 600 hours worth of service with this many organizations in the community. And that way you breed excitement about what you guys are getting into. I'm going to skip through this. This is just me going through and selecting from the drop downs the different projects and area of focus there and filling out that little form. All right, guys, so we made it over to prospective members. So prospective members is actually my favorite button on the entire app. And I say that because I don't really believe in the floorboard applications. I call them floorboard applications because they start in the passenger seat and end up in the floorboard. So we tried to add in a more efficient way to go ahead and get a member added to the club. So if you click on prospective members, what you'll be doing is you'll be sending out an online application for your specific club to a potential member. And you can send that via text or email. So I love these online applications because, for one, sometimes when somebody fills out an application, I don't know if it says Bob or Blob. So sometimes you can't read the handwriting. Sometimes the process may seem a while because you have to pick it up from their office, drop it off at their office, that sort of thing. It may just take a minute. So this way you can go ahead, put an application in their hand in maybe 15 seconds. So we're going to go ahead, click on prospective members there, and it's going to ask us some information about the potential member. We're just going to put in their name, email, and number. And whenever we do, and we click done, it's going to ask us how we would like to send that application, via text or email. The trick of the trade, if I'm standing right next to the person, I'm going to usually click text because that way their phone will beep and I'll say, oh, that'll be for me. If you want, you can go ahead and fill that out in case you have any questions. Best part about this is whenever you actually send this application, when you click send text, it is going to log that person as a potential member in Dacdb. So that way your leadership can see somebody sent out an application to this person. And then it'll let you know down at the bottom that they sent it. This is an example of what that text looks like. So it's going to say, hi, you've been proposed to become a member of the club. Fill out the application and join today. And of course, whenever they click that link, it's going to open up your club's online application here. And the best part about this, the reason that I love this so much, is whenever they go through, fill this out, and click submit, it is actually going to log them as a prospective member in Dacdb, and it will capture that application. So then your leadership can go in, make note, review the application, whatever your process is, right there from the comfort of their couch, maybe a laptop at the board meeting, whatever it may be. I do want to show you guys a little secret function that is a part of Ignite 2. So if you click up on your picture up at the top there, as you can see, we have a picture of Heine, our dog. It's going to open up a QR code, and that is your Dacdb digits right there. And so if I click the button under it that says launch digits, it's going to actually make that QR code bigger and give us two buttons there. One is a scan tool to go ahead and scan someone else's Dacdb digits. And then you also have your rotary Rolodex. So your rotary Rolodex is a saved list of everyone whose QR codes you have scanned. So for example, if you're at a district event, a zone event, another club meeting, and you meet a Rotarian that's using Ignite, maybe you want to invite them to your meeting one day, you want to keep in touch with them, you can go ahead, scan their QR code, and they'll be added to your rotary Rolodex right there. So great tool. This is an example of my Rolodex. Mr. Alan Quigley is a neighboring district governor to a district next to mine. Met with him for coffee. And he started to hand me a business card as we were leaving. I said, Alan, I don't need your business card. Just give me your Dacdb digits. And now, whenever I click on Alan's name, I have Alan's digits card right there saved to my Ignite app. So great tool there, great way to connect or reconnect with Rotarians that have Ignite that you've met. Up at the top right is the settings. So I know we're crunched on time. I'm going to try to get through the settings as fast as possible here. But if you click on the settings in the top right, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. The best part about this is at the top is the account details. Account details is where you can change your credentials that are actually in Dacdb, and it will automatically push to Dacdb, and in return push up to RI. You're set to RI Direct Connect. So whenever you click onto account details, as you can see here, you can change your picture, your phone number, your address, your social media. That's where you'll put in that social media for the digits card. Stuff like that, and it will automatically push to the computer as well. We also have customization here. Whenever you click on customization, you're given this button right here, these tabs. You can turn on dark mode. Dark mode gives the app a dark background, looks similar to this. And you can also change the language too. We have English, French, and Spanish all supported on Ignite currently. So if you have a member that would prefer one of those languages, please feel free to help them change it over right here. You can also change your password right here from Ignite. So if we click on password and security right there, it's going to allow us to either change our password or enable that thumbprint biometric login that we all know and love. And that, my friends, is Ignite. I'd like to open it up now to questions. I know your meeting's probably coming to an end soon, but does anybody have any burning questions? Anything I could help you with before I let you guys get on with your meeting?
I don't think I have any questions.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate being a part of this, and let us know if you ever have any questions, any concerns, if you need help logging in, whatever you need. We're more than happy to help, guys.
All right, thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much.
All right, for the two not paying attention in the back.
We're trying to open it. I'm listening, I'm multitasking just like you always do, remember?
Okay. All right, Mike, fellowship.
Want to turn the big look? What?
Take a look. Oh.
Turn the big.
Better be you.
Seriously, he needs your help.
Seriously, yeah.
But he needs a lot of help. I'm already getting dollar. It doesn't matter, man. You know it's gonna get expensive. Oh, man, well, somebody opened a pork belly and stole our money. Oh, gotta put my phone. Today, or actually this month, I gotta get on Dacdb, give me a second, we were finding some new stuff.
Oh, nice.
So, anyway. This is very interesting, Terry. The American Red Cross was founded on this day.
Oh.
What year? Here's your hint. Believe it or not, you weren't born yet.
Oh, gosh. Let's say 42.
How about 1881?
Wow.
You weren't born yet.
I was ready.
That was very interesting when I looked at it.
Interesting.
So, and I picked on you because of the recent blood drive.
Yes.
So this is National Small Business Month. If you own a small business, because a gift keeps on giving,
You're killing me.
just go ahead and pay $1. Because that's just the way it works. Is here, I'll pay mine. But there is an opportunity here.
Uh-oh.
You can answer this question, Miss or Mr. Business Owner. Give him your $1. You've got to give him the $1. Okay? What day is National Small Business Day? Anybody that.
April 15th, we'll make it.
So you lost,
Get taxed a lot.
you lost. You lost your dollar. Anybody else want to give it a shot? It's May the 10th. We just celebrated it. So, anyway, you can keep my dollar. Any birthdays, anniversaries, or happy dollars? Nobody's happy? Nobody's old?
Make one happy.
Okay.
My son is recovering and almost finished with therapy after having a stroke in January.
Fantastic.
Big day for us.
Yeah.
Good
That's
news.
cute.
That's good news. Anybody else?
There you go.
See, sound like everybody. Yeah, what's that?
Oh, you're cheering for you.
Oh. There needs to be- If you're going to give her something, I'll get your dollar.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket.
I bought one, who still wants to buy?
No.
769.
Sorry, well,
That's me. Last thing.
Last guy in the room.
I buy mine first and three. I got here late in a row.
Yeah.
The person that bought after me won.
I love you, Scott.
Oh.
Good, I'll win next week.
Like 5.
All right, anyone have anything else?
There is a COTS meeting coming up June 1st. There will be some more. COTS is the district. It's a Zoom meeting. You'll be getting an email on that. I just informed them a little bit ago. June 1st, it will be more on the Dacdb training. If you have not downloaded the app, we can help you do that. I'm assuming the follow-up with this will probably be an email with that information in it again. We want to get, I think so, yeah, it's 8 Central. So anyway, they will be
We'll
talking
come to
about,
your house and help.
yeah, she said she's gonna do house calls if you do not download it. So your choice, either have a guess or.
Yes, probably.
It's gonna be very helpful. I can't stress that enough. It's gonna help us a lot with communication and finances eventually are gonna be completely available on your cell phone.
And then Ignite will also have our total calendar of what's going on. It's be very easy to always have it available to you.
Are the pay options available now?
They are not.
No, we
We have
have
not registered. So,
It just become available on the Ignite.
Well, I just meant for donating to the,
no,
no.
you can do the foundation.
That's for the
first.
foundation, you can. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, to the foundation. It will go directly to our, and the club will get credit. Yes. But we do not have the finance module for our club. We will be transitioning all of our club finances to Dacdb, which then will give you access to your giving as well through the club. You can even pay that little dollar fine right through the app
The happy dollar is gonna be collected on that also.
Awesome.
with no fee charge
Yeah.
or anything. So that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of fun. Welcome to 2024.
Yeah.
We're going full steam into this.
I'm ready for 2024 to be done. Yeah, don't be pushing. We need. Sorry, that's all I.
Stand for the following test, please. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build good with better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Good to see you, Sue. Take care.
Good to see you, Roz.
Yeah, you too.